Here's a quick practice tip for you this morning. We know that accents can bring music to life. They can add some sparkle. Accents are often considered the responsibility of the tongue, but that's the lesser of the two parts of most accents. A lot of it has to come from your air. You know instinctively that an accent should be louder, so of course you will use more air. But we often think of the tongue as somehow pushing air when it really doesn't. Now, an accent really comes into play for me when I'm doing something like the last variation of Carnival of Venice. If you have followed my YouTube channel, you've probably heard me play Carnival of Venice a couple of times using that last variation. You may have also found my demonstration on how to create that duet effect in the last variation. It's done with accents, obviously, on the melody notes, but it is not done all with tongue. Air has to be a huge part of it. I'm going to play the same thing again. I'm going to use no tongue whatsoever except on the very first note. That wasn't quite as clean, of course, and partly because my fingers weren't moving as cleanly. It requires a lot of concentration to not use my tongue in that case. But the point is, you could still hear the accents pretty clearly. That was all with air, no tongue whatsoever. So the tongue is important, but you need to practice those air accents as well. Keep that in mind as you practice. Most things that require that kind of dynamic change are done best with the air, and the tongue supports it, but the air is what really drives it. Air, in fact, drives almost everything we do. Obviously, it drives our tone quality, it drives our projection, it drives the resonance we get, and so on. If you could see my chest and stomach while I was doing that, you'd see quite a bit of movement, pulse on each of those notes. It's not all up here. It comes from down here. As I said, keep that in mind as you practice. I think you'll improve your playing quite a lot and improve what the audience hears. It's the air that drives what the audience hears. The tongue just supports it. I hope that's been helpful. Thanks for listening.